Hey there guys, Jon Campea here. Thank you for visiting my movie vlog, and this is the daily, the movie news feed, where in just a couple of minutes, we run down all the important things going on in the world of movie news that movie fans need to know about. First up, it looks like this whole ridiculous mess between Disney, the LA Times, and the Film Critics Societies has been brought to a close. The whole thing got started when Disney was unhappy with what they considered to be an unfair report in the LA Times. Disney responded by not letting LA Times film critics come to their press screenings. Film Critics Societies then responded to Disney by saying, well, if you're not letting the LA Times come to your press screenings, then we're not going to let your films be eligible for our year-end award ceremonies. I mean, it's just a ridiculous situation that escalated really quickly. Well, apparently now everybody's made nice, as Walt Disney Studios has just put out the following statement. We've had productive discussions with the newly installed leadership at the Los Angeles Times regarding our specific concerns, and as a result, we've agreed to restore access to advanced screenings for their film critics. Honestly, this is a situation that should have been handled better by everybody. Next up, one of the most talented and beautiful actresses on television right now, The Walking Dead's Maggie, Lauren Cohan, has just signed up to co-star in the upcoming film Mile 22. Now, she's going to be co-starring with Mark Wahlberg, and the film is being directed by Peter Berg. The movie is described like this. Mile 22 follows an elite American intelligence officer who, when aided by top-secret tactical command unit, tries to smuggle a mysterious police officer with sensitive information out of the country. The movie will be the first in a franchise. It was also announced that former UFC women's champion Ronda Rousey has also joined the cast, which includes Mark Wahlberg, directed by Peter Berg. And this, of course, will be the fourth film that Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg do. They, of course, previously worked on films like Patriots Day, Lone Survivor, and Deepwater Horizon. This one's kind of interesting. We know that Creed 2 is on its way, and this time around it's going to be directed by Sylvester Stallone. We also know that Dolph Lundgren will be appearing in the film as Ivan Drago, making his first appearance since Rocky IV. This all led to a lot of us online speculating that one of the storylines of Creed 2 could be Creed fighting Ivan Drago's son. But who would Ivan Drago's son be? Well, apparently UFC fighter Sage the Super Saiyan Northcutt has just revealed in an interview that he has in fact auditioned for the role. The new Creed 2 movie is coming out, so I was actually going to audition for that. Got a little audition tape, so hopefully that goes through. That would be pretty neat. Being Ivan Drago's son in the movie, that would be pretty fun. Okay, so the fact that they're even receiving auditions kind of confirms that Ivan Drago's son is going to be part of the movie. The fact that they'd even look at a guy like Sage Northcutt also kind of confirms that Ivan Drago's son is himself going to be a fighter. And you know, some people are still kind of mildly panicking that Sylvester Stallone is directing this instead of Ryan Coogler, who did a great job on the first Creed. But let's not forget, Sylvester Stallone directed all the best Rocky movies. Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky Balboa. He also wrote most of them, so I think the franchise is in pretty good hands. Next up, besides Star Wars The Last Jedi, probably the most highly anticipated movie remaining this year is Justice League. And Justice League was just screened by Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman co-star Diane Lane, who of course is Martha. Why did you say that name? Now, Diane Lane was asked for her reaction to the film. Now, what are we expecting her to say? She's an actress in the franchise. She collects paychecks from these people, but still, her reaction is pretty positive. Here's what she had to say. I'm charmed. I'm thrilled. I just saw the movie and I'm very psyched. I'm very pleased. Lots of surprises and some fabulous acting from everybody. I mean, I was totally impressed. Yes, we have to take her comments with a grain of salt, but hey, it's a lot better than her coming out and going, yeah, it was all right. And finally, actor and current reigning handsomest man in the world all time. No, seriously, just look at this jackass. It's unfair. Has just signed on for the brand new supernatural thriller Off-Season. The film is described like this. Set in the harsh Canadian tundra, a man goes in search of his elderly father who mysteriously disappears. His feverish search exposes shocking family secrets long buried but not forgotten by vengeful forces at work. All kidding aside, this guy is one hell of an actor. He's actually one of the best parts of one of my favorite films of the year, Baby Driver. He was absolutely phenomenal in that film. I'm lining up to see anything Jon Hamm does. Well, guys, that will do it for today's installment of the Movie News Feed. What do you think of any or all the topics we discussed here today? Jump down into the comment section, leave your thoughts, and maybe even send me an email for tomorrow's Jon Campea show if you have some thoughts. Just email me at john@thejoncampeashow.com, put the word topic in the subject line, and leave your thoughts, and maybe you'll see your comment or question on the show. That'll do it for me, guys. Thanks so much for joining me, and until tomorrow, bye-bye.